Welcome back. Xuan-san is still here. Maybe I'll move the camera a little bit so that you have a little bit more of Xuan-san. Xuan-san was born in China. She is a professional dancer, dance teacher, but she also got into yoga a couple of years ago. And she's sitting with me on Sundays. And in the last video, she was just telling her story and also how she first did Zazen, actually before she started yoga practice in Okayama at Sogenji, which is a very famous Rinzai temple, and lots of foreigners, I think, also train there, more Japanese than foreigners, I think. So if people want to do professional monks training in Soto style, usually now they go to Toshoji, which is also in Okayama. And if they want to do it Rinzai style, and maybe even in English without speaking Japanese, they usually go to Sogenji. And you were telling us about the Sunday group and how it was beautiful to take the early morning ride with the bicycle. Maybe you can continue just from where you stopped.
Yeah, we were riding bicycles every Sunday and go to Sogenji. So we climb the mountain, go through the bamboo forest. And the Zazen start from 8 o'clock. It's not a it's a Rinzai, so we don't face the wall. There are two groups we face to face. Like the abbot stay in the middle.
Yes.
And then we were two groups like this. Some old 欧巴讲 they sit on chairs. They sit on chair Zazen.
Yes.
We do we do the da 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 da. We're reading da 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 da. So first we do that. Da da da. We do that, and then we chanting. After chanting, we sit for 20 minutes.
Yes.
20, and then after 20 minutes, we stand up. We do some stretching. So the maybe not the abbot. There's a head monk.
Yes.
He will stand up, stay in the middle, lead us to a taisho. So we do it. But you go inhale and you turn this way and you turn your head. Like we do a like stretching for about 10 minutes, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. After stretching, then you sit up again. So he will take the kyosaku and he'll walk. You feel bow.
Yeah.
They hate you. One time I think normally they don't hate foreigners. They don't really hate so hard.
Yes.
But one time was a lady. She's so serious. I cried. Was so hurt. I think it was summer. I have my shoulder outside in my clothes. I cried and then the lady said, I'm sorry. ごめんなさい。
Yeah, the ladies are the scariest.
It goes so hard. I cried. So that's like 20 minutes, and then 20 minutes after the Zazen, we chant another chanting again and close it there, and then there was a tea meeting. Normally they give you a cookie or stuff and a green tea. Green tea, so interesting. But at that time I don't know Japanese, so I went. I think maybe one or twice. I could understand what the teacher teaching. So normally we don't go to the tea meeting, but after that then we ride home. We stop to have lunch and we go home. It's a very good experience for us. So after we start to visit, every Sunday we visit the temple. From that we start to sitting on Zazen. It's so difficult for us, even like 1 minute, 2 minutes. So we start from 5 minutes together with Chris.
Yes.
So we start 5 minutes, and then for a while we feel more comfortable. And then we ate 1 more minute. We sit 6 minutes, and then for a while we ate 1 more minute. I remember when we leave Okayama, moved to Kobe.
Yes.
We sit until 26 minutes.
26.
So every day, 26 minutes. So from that, I start to sit on Zazen. Chris never stopped from Okayama until now. Every day he meditated. But after my yoga practice more, and then somehow I don't know when. I don't even know when. I just stopped. But after we start with you every Sunday, then I do Sunday meditation, and now I teach online my online class, and we sit Zazen together. So do Zazen there, here, there, but not like every day.
Like my yoga practice is not so serious. I started to learn a little Ashtanga, or maybe my first contact with yoga was because a couple of years ago I was invited to yoga events to teach meditation Zen there. Maybe that started about 10 years ago. So I also went to the workshops and the classes of the other teachers. I learned a little bit about yoga. And then my wife also got interested in yoga, or not because of me, but she was interested in yoga a while ago. And when we moved to Osaka, she started to become a member in a Ashtanga yoga school. So I said, well, I thought, well, maybe also it's an opportunity to spend more time with my wife and share a hobby. So I also became a member.
Because of love.
Yeah, but the moment I became a member, my wife stopped going, because her idea was she wanted time away from me. She wanted time away from me, but as I had paid the members' fees, I said, I'm gonna go anyway. I'm gonna go anyway, and until Corona, I was going there every day or 5 times a week or so, usually 1.5 hours. And after Corona, for quite a while, until I broke my elbow while bicycling, I was doing it on my balcony. And for me, I had the feeling, in a way, it helps my Zen practice a lot, because yoga gets you circulating the in Japanese you say ki, in Chinese probably say chi. There's this kind of energy, you feel it. Well, you move your body, while in Zen you always just sit. It's quite different. And although, in a way, Zen and yoga shares this Padma-asana, the lotus posture, I still have the feeling that, for example, in Zen, usually you emphasize diaphragm breathing. You breathe with your belly. And sometimes people tell you to concentrate on the breathing out. So you breathe out for a very long time. And then you breathe in again, but it's not so long. Almost like you would chant a sutra, and you breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, like kanji, zaibo, sa, gyojin, hanya, hara, mita, ji, sho, kengo, onkaiku, issai, do. You just breathe in very, very short.
So exhale very long.
So there's this emphasis on exhaling. There's an emphasis on putting your mind in the tanden area low. So in a way, it's kind of bringing you down. While from my experience, the Ashtanga way, it's you breathe with the breath. And the first time we met, I told you, well, what is most difficult for me in Ashtanga is the breathing, because I'm so used to breathing with the belly, breathing with the breast, and then this, how do you say kinto kokyu in English? It's breathing in and breathing out is supposed to be the same length.
Oh, yes.
So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 breathing out, or 4 or whatever. Also, like I'm so much used to breathing out. like for example, when you breathe in, breathe out, when I hear that, when it's breathing out, I always want to breathe out a couple of more seconds while we breathe in. Still breathe in. That is kind of hard for me. So, from my perspective, also when you do the Padma-asana, you kind of look on the nose. The breath is out. So, kind of yang and yin, in a way, although you have this image that yoga, it's all about relaxing and women do it. It's kind of this yin thing, and in yang you beat, in Zen you beat with a stick, it's all men and they're all like samurai. On the surface it looks like yoga is yin and Zen is yang. Actually, but then the actual practice seems to be the other way around. Maybe you can say something about that.
A long time ago, the women are not allowed to do yoga.
But also, well, Zen, it's not that they're not allowed, but it's more a male tradition. So
normally the long time ago, the only men they practice yoga. From Krishnamacharya, also from Padivi Joyce, he told his daughter yoga. so there are more women after that. New generation have more women to do yoga. The breathing very interesting.
Yeah,
So-
it's
so,
completely.
for-
They're not completely different, but it's very different.
Yeah, for yoga, the big difference between yoga and another exercise is we keep your mula bandha. We say mula bandha.
Down here.
So you
Yeah.
have to lift your mula bandha back up.
Mm.
So the yoga is your whole body exercise. It's not only when you're sitting in zazen, you're not moving. Maybe just your breathing. So, but for yoga, your breathing, your movement, and your mind have to all goes together. If your breathing is not balanced, then your movement is not balanced, then your mind cannot stay focused. Like if your inhale short, normally we inhale you go up and exhale go down. If you inhale too short, it's too fast. You exhale long and then you go down. So your practice is not balanced. You have to. It's like the N in the Zen. You
Yes.
have to really keep the same pattern. When you're like in Ashtanga, you also needed to make a sound when you're breathing. So you listen to your sound. You keep the same rhythm. Inhale, exhale. Your body stays stable. Your mind stays stable.
Maybe we make a shortcut here again.
Oh, okay.
We're almost.
Time goes so fast.
We
Okay.
see you in the next
Okay.
video.